They are the shadow before the storm, the whisper before the scream. In the vast darkness of the 41st millennium, humanity fears many horrors. Demons from the warp, the unrelenting orcs, the mechanical wrath of the Necrons. But few nightmares are as insidious, as patient, or as utterly inevitable as the Genestealer. For where they walk, worlds are doomed long before the first claw tears flesh. For by the time you realize the infection, it is already far, far too late. Long before the Imperium even knew their name, the Genestealers roamed the galaxy as the heralds of a far greater threat, the Tyranid Hive Fleets. Born in the cold voids beyond the galactic rim, they are not warriors in the traditional sense. They are scouts, infiltrators, missionaries of annihilation. Each Genestealer is a perfect weapon of biological infiltration, a nightmare fusion of xenos' cunning, speed, and instinct. They are created by the Hive Mind, the vast, collective intelligence that drives every Tyranid organism. But unlike the swarms that follow, Genestealers are designed to act alone. They can travel aboard derelict ships, drift for centuries in cryogenic stasis, or even hide in the cargo bays of unsuspecting vessels. And when they arrive on a world, the cycle of corruption begins. The Genestealer does not wage open war. It does not conquer with brute force. Instead, it conquers from within. Its most feared weapon is not its claws or speed, but its ovipositor tongue, capable of delivering the Genestealer's kiss. This biological implantation infects the victim's genetic code, seeding them with Tyranid DNA. But more sinister still, it rewires the mind. The infected become devoted thralls, mind-bound slaves who worship the Genestealer as a god. They are no longer human, yet not fully alien. And when they breed, their offspring are no longer purely human either. Over generations, these hybrids grow more alien, and the infection spreads. Thus begins the Genestealer cult. A Genestealer cult is one of the most terrifying weapons in the Tyranid arsenal, because it turns humanity against itself. The first-generation hybrids are monstrous, obvious, and alien. But by the third or fourth generation, they can pass for human. They infiltrate the workforce, the government, the PDF, even the ecclesiarchy. They build networks, secret temples, and fanatical congregations. They whisper of the Star Children, divine beings who will descend from the heavens to free them from imperial oppression. The cult becomes a revolutionary movement. They promise liberation, equality, salvation, but their true purpose is much darker. They are not building a new future. They are preparing a signal. Once a world is thoroughly corrupted, its population loyal, its defenses sabotaged, the Patriarch, the first Genestealer and cult leader, performs the final ritual. A psychic beacon is unleashed into the void, a call across the stars. It is not a prayer. It is a dinner bell. Somewhere in the cold dark, the Hive Mind stirs. A tendril of a Tyranid fleet shifts course. Biovessels awaken. The great devourer has heard the call. By the time the Imperium detects the psychic scream, it is already too late. Orbital defenses have been sabotaged. Imperial Guard regiments find themselves betrayed from within. Planetside resistance collapses in days. And then the sky darkens. The arrival of the Tyranid Hive Fleet is not an invasion. It is an execution. Billions of cultists rush into the streets, cheering their star gods. They believe salvation has come. But the Hive Mind knows no loyalty. It knows no kinship. It devours all, even its own servants. The Genestealers and hybrids are consumed like everything else. Their biomass, their genetic memories, their very souls, absorbed into the ever-growing swarm. The cult's dream ends in a rain of bioacid and chitinous claws. What remains is nothing. No civilization, no history, no memory, only a stripped, lifeless husk, ready to drift cold and dead in the void. Genestealers are not just monsters, they are a concept, a biological ideology. They are the embodiment of patience and inevitability. They do not rush their prey. They do not charge the enemy. They whisper. They wait. They corrupt. A single Genestealer can doom a planet centuries before a Hive Fleet ever arrives. A single Patriarch can topple an Imperium sector without a single shot fired. And that is their true horror. Not the claws, not the teeth, not the endless swarm, but the realization that the war was lost before you even knew it had begun. Somewhere, right now, a freighter drifts in the void, its cargo hold hiding a sleeping monster. Somewhere, in the depths of a hive city, a worker dreams of the Star Children. Somewhere, in the shadows of the Imperium, the next cult is already growing. And when the skies darken and the stars go silent, it will already be too late, because the Genestealers are already home.